Hey guys, and welcome back to Jalen Says. And today we'll be with Jason Paul. But before that, um, let me just talk about something. A while ago, a couple weeks ago, uh, exactly 5 weeks ago, I had an interview with someone called Mr. Garrett Bell that worked with me on the church media team. And guess what I did this week? I worked the camera for the church media team the first time on the Christmas special. It was incredible. It was fun. And yeah, I can't wait to do it again next year. But now we have our guest, Mr. Jason Paul. How are you today, sir?
Hey, how you doing, buddy? How's everything?
Great. Great. So how are you?
Life is good, man. Life is good. A little tired today, but nonetheless, happy to be here, man. Happy to chat with you.
Yeah. Well, I know the reason that you might be tired. You just traveled back home after just doing a project, which is pretty cool. You did that yesterday. You traveled on a plane. Um, how nice was the plane?
I ain't that fancy, bro. It's Delta. I just like everybody else, man. There's no private jets for me yet. And nah, man, it's just it's always good to travel and see people that I've built relationships with over the past. And I've been very blessed this year to kind of make that big jump, make that comeback, and do the things I needed to do to get my mind and body right, and just put myself in the best position for 2022 to be a monster year.
Nice. And if you are able to, what type of project was it? If you're able to say.
I can't really talk about that, but yeah,
Okay. How
not
fun was
yet.
it?
No worries.
How fun?
Um, what's that, Nate? I can talk about what did we do recent. Let me try to think of some recent. What I do recently. I can't even talk about the recent one yet.
But
I
how
can
fun was shooting?
it's always fun, man. Like life is like if like I tell people, man, sometimes they're not really you're not it's not a big, you don't need the biggest roles, or you just if you love to be on set. I always say this, man, it doesn't matter how big or how small the project is. If that's what makes your heart beat, then man, that's what makes your heart beat. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, obviously I want to be a leading action star coming out of Atlanta. That's my goal. But like I can play a whole bunch of other things. So I'll give you a hint on something. So I booked my first SAG lead, which we film June, I believe, coming up in June. I'm really excited about this character because of many things. One, it's something that you would not expect me to play. Two, it's going to be a lot of fun. So it's called We Can't Die, and it's about a writer who is struggling to make money, and his wife basically comes to them and says, "Hey, you know what? It's time to stop, man. Like we gotta pay bills." And long story short, he ends up putting his scripts into a chest, and like magic, the characters come to life. So I'm
Wow.
excited. Yeah, that'll be fun to play. So I'm excited to get that going.
Okay. Wow. Well, yes. No matter how big or small, put your all into it. Love it.
Yes, sir. What have you
Yeah.
been doing, man? I haven't talked to you. I feel like, I know we follow each other in media and stuff, but like, what have you been up to, man? Like, I think when's
Uh,
the last time we chatted?
yeah. We haven't like chatted really, really. We even haven't chatted since like the Good People show, which was really fun. Really fun. That was. I'm pretty sure like a 2 hour special. That was fun talking to a lot of people. But what I've been doing recently, I won the Rice Awards, which is pretty cool. I last week was the first time ever I handled the camera for the church media team, and it was a Christmas special. So yeah, if I didn't do a good job,
What
so,
what did you learn from that? Like, what did you learn from the camera? Like, what kind of stuff can you take away from that project?
well, first off, don't skip breakfast because I didn't have the stand. I just had to hold it with my hand. So yeah, but it's just really fun making sure you also concentrate because you don't want to be like having your camera down to the ground when the guy says switching to your camera. So
Nice hanging.
yeah,
Yeah.
just have to concentrate on stuff. But it was really fun, really exciting. Oh, it's different than a normal Canon camera or something like that. But it was really fun doing.
What you take away from it? Top two things you took away.
Um, top two things I took away. I now I before I was like, yeah, I know it's pretty hard, keeping the camera steady with just your hands. But now after doing it for like a full hour, I really like give props to those guys who film with just their hands without a stand and stuff like that. But also to have fun with it, because with the church media team, they let you pick your own shots mostly, unless you have a designated shot you need to do. But for that, I could pick my own shots, which was really fun. I got some good shots, and yeah, it's just always have fun doing what you do.
Exactly. That's fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But let's get back to some stuff you're doing. Um, what happened the last year or so? I heard you're the
Man.
winning, and I heard you're also making a new book too.
So, dude, I didn't even know where to start. It's been one of those years that like I've been blessed with so many opportunities, and you know, not every year is going to be that way, or not life. But I'm a firm believer that sometimes you have to create your own opportunities too. Um, Last year, let's see here, man. Whew, it's just been crazy. I've really, it was like my agents and I, we really talked about this being the rebuild year, this being the focal point, this being finding my identity. Where can I fit in? I mean, obviously, being an actor, you can, your job is to act and do whatever is in front of you. But for me, really kind of understanding my purpose and how I fit in, and giving back and books and my abilities to give back. And it's not even about money, man. You can just give back with time. Just really honing on being a good dad. Building good relationships, building my relationship with God was a big one for me, and finding that faith and being able to give grace. That was a big changing point. I mean, it started a couple of years ago, but without getting too preachy, I'm a firm believer that there is a higher power. Which has led me to Atlanta, man. Like Atlanta, like I said, I think last time we talked about this, Jay, like Atlanta wasn't on my radar. I was going to go back to California. Um, but
ATL.
I like the ATL, man. I like it here.
Yeah, what a place! What a place! Every time we're on the highway, just drive by the King and Queen Tower. You know, the good stuff. But
Did you know it's funny? You just said that. I live literally right by the Kings and Queens Towers now.
really,
Yeah,
wow! Is it like how close? Like it's like you could see it from out of your window close.
pretty close. Yes,
Wow,
I love it over here. Yep.
wow, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. And I also heard you're making a new book too.
The book. So, let's see here. There's a couple things. So, yeah, so we sponsored a young girl. That book is we're at 99.9% completion.
Wow.
I will be handing her book on schedule, like we said, by February. It started, a lot of people say, like, how long does it take to do a book? It depends on how you want to do it. You can rifle it off and get it done quickly. But I found that taking your time and rewrites and multiple rewrites and going through it is the best way to do it. And even then, I mean, I look at my book Lightning Bug Lights right now, and if like I would change it again, but like sometimes you just got to go with it, man. You can't, because as an artist, you always want to be better than last. So we have the roller skating Ladybug
Yeah.
is coming up. Tommy Crum, we helped do her book. It was called the Horses of Jekyll Island, and that book is beautiful. There's nothing that I would change in that book. It's perfect actually, and I believe that she texted me recently and said that actually I just talked to her yesterday, but she mentioned that there is a deal for her on the table, which is amazing,
Nice.
for it to sell over on Jekyll Island, which is amazing for her and Three Oaks Farm. So she wrote the book, and we just kind of put the pieces together and helped her kind of navigate along. Jennifer Cobb, we're working on a Chair for Care book for her in the NFL right now. We have broken ground on character development and started putting the pieces together and the sketches there. My buddy Lou up in Canada, he does a great job, helping keep these things flowing with us. And, I don't know, I got one more book ready to go. But after that, I think I might put a pause on it for a minute and just really focus in on acting. Obviously, I did the books because I want to get back. So being able to go in and read books and your own books is really cool to do. So that's one of the reasons I did it. But unless someone came to me and said, "Hey, do you want to ghostwrite another book?" which I believe is a possibility. I think Tommy, myself, and Lou are going to team up and we're going to continue to write books around her farm and her story, which is really cool. But I think I might be done on my personal level for right now. Once I finish the Rooster book, I think that'll be it for me personally. But who knows, man? I mean, I say that now, and tomorrow it could change.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. So you're creating a lot of books. Create a lot of books. Wow, that's incredible. Before we were talking about, well, one of the first books you created, a really nice book, and I want to get back to that because before we had a time limit, we couldn't do the full hour interview like we could do now. But speaking of a full hour interview, you also have a couple auditions too. You have to get off a couple minutes early, but wow, you have a couple auditions. Wow, that's pretty nice. How excited you to do them?
My agents, man, like it goes back to them. Like I said, like I shop, man. Like a lot of people like the hustle. The hustle, Jay. It's real. Like no one's gonna feed you, man. My buddy Koa, Stephen Shelby, used to, dude, I always like I wake up in the morning and I hear it, man. Like he's just been a really good inspiration to me, and I'm like a brother to me, man. But like he always tells me, man, no one's gonna feed you better than you're gonna feed yourself. And with that being said, it's endless hours, man. Like it's literally giving sacrifice to the art until I make it. And then the running joke was last night after I had dinner with Ronnie, homo casting director out in Dallas. She's like, when is it ever going to be enough? Like, when are you going to be satisfied? When are you going to be done feeding yourself? I'm like, I don't think it'll ever be that way. I think I'm always going to want to chase the next big thing in my career. And I just think that's the creative person inside you. You always want to be better than your last performance. You always want to get something bigger than what you had. And it's not to say to be selfish. It's to be, that's what an artist is, right? That's what you want, right? You always want to be better than your last performance. And you always want to top the last thing that you did. So like if we jump off a building together, well, let's go jump off a bridge next. You know what I mean? So that's kind of, that's the art game.
Okay. Well, how excited are you to do the auditions? Like, is it going to be in person? Is it self-filming?
So this one would film in Tennessee. This one is not in person. I'm going to work with Kelly Silva. She is now helping me. I hire her privately when I have big auditions or callbacks to help me break down the characters. I also use Risa Benson, who's a really good friend of mine. She has helped me in so many ways. But what I like having a female reader or a female's perspective on this is, Jay, you and I are men, right? We think totally different than our opposite female counterparts, and that's just a given. I mean, I'm from a family of all women, so like I understand that concept. So it's always nice to have somebody else's perspective who is the opposite sex of you, because their intuitions or their insight is going to be totally different than you and I would ever think of. So I always like having somebody of the opposite sex involved in my reads, because they're going to point out things that I would have never thought of because I'm a man, and vice versa.
Yeah, basically how, we normally don't think to put the toilet seat down, but I mean,
dude, I never do. Do you? You put the toilet seat down, bro?
Well, now I have to because my mom told me I need to. So I mean, if I don't do that, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Oh my god, dude, that's so funny.
We don't normally need to put the toilet seat down.
Dude,
I mean,
I still go home when I visit. I still get yelled at by my mom for not putting the toilet seat down.
Yeah, that's one thing. But now you know why they do want it, because they don't want to fall into the toilet. But you wouldn't think of that because we're males, they're females. So
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point. Um, what auditions have you been doing lately?
a lot.
See, it's good, huh?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of auditions. We're a while ago I was talking about this short film I was in. I We're now reshooting one scene with it too. It's gonna happen very soon. Um, my mom was also about to cut my hair off too. After the scenes were done because they needed the continuity and stuff like that. But good thing I found this great shampoo and conditioner from one of my from someone that did my mom's hair. So now I don't have to go bald.
Wow, that's great. So,
Yeah. Oh man.
do you think it would work in my hair, bro? Like, you think it would work for this?
Uh,
How about,
probably actually probably.
like, what if we do this? Let's see your fro. Let's do it. What do you got? Is it
Um,
good?
I mean, yeah, you just need some hair gel, some good shampoo, some some nice stuff.
How about I just need to wash it because I haven't washed it yet, dude, since I just like threw a hat on. I think I was talking to your mom on the drive back. I'm like, I think I may make it back to the house in time. And then I looked at myself. I'm like, dude, I didn't even shower yet. So I'm like, let's just throw a hat on.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That happens from time to time. I'll never tell you when that happens or any of my guests,
I
because
just brush my teeth though. I mean, as long as you brush your teeth right and throw in some deodorant, it's sometimes all right.
yeah, yeah,
Especially on these Zoom ones, right? It's definitely okay on this.
yeah. I mean, on Zoom you could just go there if as long as you don't tilt your camera down a little bit, you could just wear pajama pants or no pants.
How many times have you auditioned in shorts and or boxers with a shirt on if you didn't have to do a full sleeve?
I never have. Yeah, I never have.
You've always gone full wardrobe, even though like you never had like a suit jacket on with a pair of shorts
Well,
because you
most
had to do
most of my auditions require a full body shot,
right.
or we
No,
always prepare for a full body shot. So that's why I never really wear shorts. Probably once, but then when I realize it's a full body shot, I have to put on pants. So
right. Yeah, I've done a couple times and then threw in pants on when I had to do the full, but it's craziness. What's the what's the next thing for you? What do you got going on?
I don't know. It's all about I can plan, but my mom always says you can plan, but God has the final say. I mean, plan one way, but God may say you could do this other way, which is way better because He's God and He knows what He's doing. But
Right.
yeah, it's just about doing what is right for me and keep pushing to be what's right for me.
I mean, that's all you can do, right? It's like you can only grow that. I mean, that's really good wisdom, but like you can only grow if you're willing to grow. And sometimes we may not get what we want when we want it, right? There's been so many times in my career, man. Like my buddy Will Kaufman, dude's he's so good at what he does, and I had an opportunity to work with him, and it kind of didn't happen this time around. But man, I don't know if he knows how bad I want him to direct me. Like that's like my goal for 2022 is to have Will Kaufman direct me in an action film. And if he's watching or listening, he knows that because we just talked about it on the text message. Um, but the guy, man, he's so skilled and so gifted, and like that's when I know like, and I might sit back and be like, for a moment, for 1 second, for one day, be like, all right, man, and then next time it's the next one. But like, I mean, that's one of my big goals, man. Another big goal, Jared, if you're listening from Vindication, I would love to come back on season 3. I'm not sure if there is one, but I just heard, I'm guessing that there's a season 3. So I would love to come back on season 3 Vindication as a reoccurring role. Would be amazing.
Yeah.
Those are some goals for next year already.
Nice, nice, nice. We haven't talked in a while, but is there like an idea to make lightning bug lights too? But or an expansion on the same
Man. So
concept
ideally, we've been shopping it as an idea. I did do the animation. The animation is finished. I got a 7-minute, 37-second animation. I haven't released it yet. I won't release it because my agent advised me if I want to try to sell it to hold it. It was funny because we were googling the other day, and I think I got my first bad review. It's like it wasn't totally bad. It was like a 3.7 review or something. I was like, but it was like it is sometimes in little areas it is hard to see the text. I will agree with that in places, but at the same time, I wrote the book and I did it the way she's like the rhyme schemes don't make sense, but do they make total sense? The idea of the book was to be a fun, innovative tongue twister that you have to talk fast in it to make sense. I mean, I can get the book right now and start reading it. It makes total sense. The rhyme schemes are all there because we went through 19. I can even tell you, I'm going to guess probably 400 rewrites. And I had doctors, I had English people, I had people who, rate books for a living. That's what we did. And to some people, you know how it is, right? Some people might like your work and some people may not. But you know what? It made me laugh. Like when somebody was, I was in the car. Tommy and I were going to get some food, and she read me this review, and I just started laughing. I said, maybe she should write a book. Maybe I would love to read it, and that was it. And that's kind of before you should take things really personal. And I learned, it's not worth my energy, man. You're always gonna have critics. There's always gonna be noise, and what you do is, man, you turn the noise off. You just turn it off.
Yeah, like for YouTube, if you get bad comments or anything like that, YouTube doesn't filter it out like, okay, that's a good comment. No, that's a bad comment. YouTube just adds them all in a pile. And the more comments you have, the more people go to your video. So it doesn't matter if it's a bad comment or a good comment. So,
Right. That's a good way to put it. I don't really have a YouTube channel. I wish one day, man. The goal is one day to not be on social media. That's my overall goal. I really cleaned out my media pages. I really want to keep it personal. It's not about growing a fan base for me. It was for a long time, but it became so emotionally draining to me that at the end of the day, I just want my work to be admirable and be inspiring. And one day, man, I really hope that. I mean, I'll go on and make a video if I have to or whatever. But the whole social media thing for me is I feel like we've allowed a crutch to take over personalities, how we communicate, how we talk, and having COVID doesn't really help that either. You know what I mean? I'll admit it, man. I post sometimes, but like at the end of the day, when I really think about it, I really use it to keep up with other people. Some people I don't have a chance to talk to, or whatever. It's always nice to see that. But one day, man, I really hope that I won't be on social media anymore. That's my goal.
okay. Okay. Well, if you had a concept for Lightning Bugs Lights 2, or like an expansion on the story, it doesn't have to be named Lightning Bug Lights 2, what would it be about?
I would start. So I've been playing with the concept, a cooking idea concept that I would transition the Lightning Bug book into. Like instead of just being like, so Lightning Bug Lights would be one, and then it could be another adventure. It'd be like, I don't know, like something to do with pots and pans or something. I don't know. I never thought of it that way. But like, I mean, I have concepts. The book I'm finishing right now is called Mr. It's about this rooster, and it's this little boy, man, and he just wants to sleep, and the rooster's outside crowing, and it won't stop crowing. So he's always like, "Arr, arr, arr," and the kid just like wants to go to bed. So he doesn't know what it is. So he runs to his father's room. He starts jumping on the bed. He's like, "Daddy, Daddy, wake up this rooster. He will not hush up." And all of a sudden, it like crows again. It's like, "Arr, arr, arr," and then like they go on this little adventure. And the kid, it's Gates about a 3 or 4 year old, and the idea is, the dad kind of knows the answer, but he's like, all right, let's let him go on his own journey. And the character's name is Jed. And, at the end of the day, they go and they see this rooster and they look over the fence and there's this rooster just singing like, yeah, exactly. And then, there's a whole moral concept behind that, like about a rooster or crow, even if you're not there kind of thing. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Hopefully we can get that book done, but that's on the back burner because I was hired to do other people's books right now, but hopefully we'll finish that soon. I think I might be able to share a picture here. Let me see if I can show you a picture of the error.
He's messing up, but that's fine.
Let me see if I can get you a photo of what we got here on my phone. I can hold it up to the screen here. How about you? Any books that you think you might want to write or?
I don't know. I haven't really been interested in writing books right now. More reading them.
Okay.
Any, that, but
Any fun books?
I want to start reading manga and stuff like that. But I've been reading this book called Sky Raiders 2, which is pretty fun. It's like a storybook about going to this different dimension type. And yeah,
What kind of dimensions?
like it's a weird, messed up type dimension, not like in a rated R type of way, more like a weird, messed up type of way.
Okay.
Child labor is completely legal, so yeah,
Wow.
that's one thing.
Interesting. I wonder if there's anywhere in the world that has that happening right now. What do you think?
Yeah, but I also been doing screenwriting class, which I technically guess that's like book writing, but it's more. Yeah, but I've been writing screenwriting too, which is pretty fun. I also been doing some animations. By the way, shout out to Coach John for helping me do my screenwriting, which is just thank you. He's also been one of my guests too, so that's also cool.
That's very cool. What
Yeah,
about animation? What can you do with animation?
huh?
What do you do animation wise?
I'm trying to learn how to animate. I'm first learning how to draw some stuff because I need to get better at that than to animate. But I'm also getting ready to get Adobe Animate to animate, and yeah, I basically been just drawing some stuff
Yeah.
and doing some stuff. But yeah, that's been fun.
It's very complex. It takes a lot. So when we did the 7 minute version, 7.5 minutes, it took us 5.5 months. And I worked with a team from Sri Lanka. Because obviously in the States it was super expensive. It was like we were looking at like 50 grand to do it, and it was just it
Yeah.
wasn't worth the effort to try to do that with a 7.5 minute thing to pitch. So we went a different route. But here's a quick photo. If you can see, there's the newest book started. So remember we talked about the guy, and then here I'll show you the alarm clock going. Let me see. There we go. Clock going off. And let me see what else I can give you. I'll give you another insight. So this is when he's looking for what is crowing. There's another little
So
image.
who makes your illustrations?
I work with a guy. So this guy is my man Stemo. So Stemo and I did a book together. I also use Lou from Canada. Stemo is from Belgium. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just we're kind of in the middle of finishing this one. Let me see if I can find the cover for you. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, we're about halfway there on this one. It's taken a lot longer, like I said, because I put this project to the side. Um, you ever not know how to spell rooster? Like I just looked at, it, I'm like, whoa, now I got it. All right, so here we go. So cover, and there's the title page,
Wow,
and
wow,
the and then here's the title page. It's like my favorite part.
wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, so I mean it's pretty fun. I mean it's just another creative outlet. But my big focus, man, like I said right now, is acting and stunts. Obviously finishing Jennifer Copp's book, which we're already mixed, finishing up Lisa Ladybug. I truly believe that this book is so special, and it has. I really believe that it could win an award. Like so, for Lightning Bug Lights, I wanted to try to win the Benjamin Franklin Award, and we never won. So I believe that this book was structured in the way that gave us the best shot to chase the Benjamin Franklin Award.
Wow. Wow. Well, what is the Benjamin Franklin Award?
It's a prestigious award. Like you remember, it just gets put on the book. It's a really prestigious award for writers. Children that comes in all different sizes. It gets judged out of California. I think their office is. I want to say Redondo, not Redondo. I think it is Redondo, if not somewhere Santa Monica, right in that area between there and there. But like I didn't win. I didn't win for Lightning Bugs, and I'm an ultimate competitor, and I don't like not winning if I can win. So I think when I sponsored this girl's story, I knew that we had something special, and I knew that if we put it all together right, it'd be. I think I can share that part with you too. I'll give you a little snippet on that real fast.
Wow. Well, that's
You're getting
cool.
all kinds of information, man. That's not out yet.
Wow. But while you're looking that up, I also saw that you were on fire.
Yeah, I was definitely on fire, man. All right, how's this
Did
happen?
it
All right,
feel
so
warm? Did it, it probably was a little cold. I can't lie. being on fire.
No,
But
Jay,
I mean, it has to be a little cold. It
Jay,
has to
there's nothing cold about being lit on fire. I can promise you that. Now, getting prepped to be lit on fire, that's different. So what was really cool, man, is so I've been training a lot with Brian from ATL Stunts and some others, but he always brings in some really cool opportunities. Are we dancing? Oh, that's a great song. Play that song. I like that song, Jay. Play it.
Is it copyrighted?
But that's your song. That's not me. I'm not playing that.
Oh no, that was the song on Your Fire.
Oh yeah, it was right. No, you can play it, dude. That thing, I literally no, I do not own the rights to that, but it's so classic. So we do not own the rights to this song, but we can play it if you want.
I am putting it on right now.
You're gonna put it on so you can see the fire. I mean, dude, I literally needed it. Like I spent hours finding that song to put on to this.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. You are on fire.
I was definitely on fire. It's cool that you can do this. I didn't know you could do this. I'm
Yeah.
definitely on fire, man.
How hot was it?
It's hot, dude. It's
The prep wasn't hot. Were you like in very cold environments for the prep?
all right. So you could. So I chose. Let's see here. So there's two ways you can do it. So what happens is when you get prepped up, it goes back. So it goes back to I did a movie called Backrows with Andrew Pizzo. And what happened is like my character, he ultimately, the way he dies is he gets lit on fire, man. And at that moment, we always talked about like being lit on fire. So in the back of my mind, I always wanted to be lit on fire. I know it sounds weird, but I always wanted to be lit on fire. And dude, it's funny. I mean, so we get this opportunity, and I signed up. And what I loved about not just being lit on fire, but the preparation. So we each got to be a safety for each other. We learned how to prep each other. So it was very, very educational. All right. So now to get lit on fire. You get prepped. So I took 2 cold layers of fire gel. Some people can put a warm on, but I prefer to have the cold against me because I want to feel it. So it goes 2 cold layers. Then you go another layer, a protective layer. Then you go your burn layer. Around your neck, you get a towel. You get gelled up all over your face. It's a lot of trust. No, I'm just kidding. You get that. What else do we have on us? A head covering. And that's it, man. Then you get painted with a cylinder, and then you get lit up, man. And you got to hold your breath and
just get lit up on fire. The usual casual day. Just letting someone flamethrower your body.
I would love to do it. I would love to do it and then get hit by a car. That'd be the ultimate stunt. Like if you came out, like you blew up and you came running out, and next thing you know, a car hit you. That would be like the ultimate stunt for me to try to pull off.
Wow.
But no, I mean, it was, dude. It was like the team there, man. It's just, I mean, it was just incredible.
Wow.
It was a great thing to, it's crazy. I never once not felt safe. You know what I mean? Like in a weird way, man. I felt the safest. I feel safe all the time, but like it's the 2 layers, right? So you ever been coddled when you're a kid? So the layers are so tight on you. It's like it's holding your body. Like it's like this. Like you're like nestled in. And then once you get your fire gel on, dude, I meditated, bro. I just went to a place I'd never gone before mentally. And like I feel like I didn't hear anybody, but obviously I did. But nah, it was an amazing opportunity, and it was, dude, I loved it. Obviously, it was great, man.
Wow. That was just the normal day for you, getting yourself set on fire, getting the normal tan. Yeah, getting the nice normal tan on your body. Ha.
Yeah, man, it was great. I mean, you definitely get a little heat, man. There's no ands if buts about it, man. Is it hot? Yes, 1,000%. Is it dangerous? I just remember signing the waivers like, you could die. You could die.
You can die. You could get instantly burned.
You can die. No, it's nothing about burning. It was about death, Jay. It was about dying.
No injuries, just like you can die. You could die.
These are all the ways that you can die from this. This is severely like it is dangerous. It's 1,000% dangerous. And that's why, too, I found respect for stunt people, man. Like, man, every day they put their lives on jeopardy, and people don't like, dude. We could fall off a curb and hit our head and die, or we could die jumping off a bridge, or die falling from a thing, or die being lit on fire, or die in a car wreck. I mean, the idea is you train so hard to train safe, so that way you can like completely just keep redoing the same process, right? The idea is not doing it one time, but being able to do it many times, doing it safe, and those people around you are safe, and that's what makes it such a gnarly stunt, man. Is being able to get up and keep doing it.
How did you feel when you first signed a waiver saying you can die this way? You could die by freezing. You could
In
die
all
by.
honesty, I don't even think I read it. I'm dead serious. Like, I just signed away, dude. I knew this. This is how severe I knew it was, right? I knew it was so severe that I just signed it. No, I read it. I read it. No, I did read it.
Like,
Um,
okay, yeah, you say this is all the ways I could die. Okay, let me just sign that. Oh, by the way, did you read that it said you could die by a nuclear explosion? No, I did not, but it's probably fine. So
I just signed away my life that day, Jay. That's it. No, I did read it. I read it. How in depth did I? I'm not really sure, but no, I read it.
yeah,
I glanced at it.
you just like scroll over it, like okay, fire, heat, cold, burning, falling. Okay, yeah, this seems pretty.
No, no, it was fun. It was fun. No, I mean it's crazy because I'm like, when I did that, I'm like, what can I do next? What's gonna make me feel alive again? Um, and it wasn't until I got to do some box jumps, some free fall, a little bit of high fall stuff with no pads on, and just being able to jump freely, and there's nothing like that feeling, man. Like I love that feeling of jumping. I love it. Like, I mean, I want to jump from like 50, 60, 70, 80 feet, man. Like, there's just something about it. I know the free fall record's like 124, 144 feet or something into boxes.
Just into the net,
Oh, dude, I love it. I don't know what it is about that feeling of freedom. And unless you do it and you get to free fall, that feel like where you're like this part and it's like here, dude, there's just some. It's not even like jumping because I jumped from a crane before from like 180 feet with my kid and we like strapped in and like that feeling's different because you like kind of lose your stomach the way you do it. But when you fall, like I don't know how to explain it, man. It's just something about it that like I love the feeling. I also love the feeling of like wrecks, man. You know what I mean? Like there's wrecks, but that's kind of where I fit in.
Okay. Okay. What was your most extreme stunt?
My stream stunt.
Yes.
I'm still. I don't know. I mean, they're all extreme, man. There's no right or wrong stunt, man. They're all dangerous. It all takes special training, special skill sets. Um, the most pressure that I felt was, well, I mean, you try not to say you feel pressure, but like deep down inside, we always feel pressure. I got sent down to work on a project with JT, John Travolta. Didn't know he was even part of it till I got there. Saw the call sheet, had no idea what to expect. And I was probably the most nervous I've been inside because he's a legend, man. He's an icon. He's somebody that I've watched with my family, and he's so brilliant as an actor and talent. And to even be on the same sand as him, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, in my stunts, like I'm running across the beach and I got to come diving in and I got to pull his hood off. I got to make sure I do this and that. And it sounds simple until you do it. I got to double Corey Large. So it sounded really simple. But I had to match Corey's movements. He was doing a film up in Canada. And at that moment, man, I just remember like I'm pouring sweat, dude. It's hot. It's like I don't even know how. John Travolta's got his crew and he's got an umbrella. It's just he's such a good guy, man. And there's one thing I can take from this. The one thing that I can take from being part of that day. It wasn't even that day. It's after, dude. I get there. Next thing you know, I'm rushing them hair and makeup, dude. They're showing a weave. I got a weave going into my hair to make my hair long. They're graying out my beard, and like the day was amazing. But that's not, and I got to be on set with Alessandro Fischetta, Like so that, but that wasn't it, man. It was the next day that it all hit me. It's like when I saw his kids come, and when you're John Travolta, you get treated very different than you and I get treated right now. But like when I got to see him bring his kids to set, and the way he embraced his daughter and hugged her and his children, and then they got to sit there and watch their dad perform, and they got headphones so they could listen in. I
Wow.
mean, I just got goosebumps. And that moment right there said to me that I want to share that moment with my daughter. And that's the thing that I took from that whole thing I just told you was he made me realize how special that moment was. And in my head, like that's the moment that I would love to share with my daughter, to have her on set, watching me do what I said I was going to set out to do,
Wow.
and just embracing her and letting her sit there and enjoy it. And that's the one thing that's kind of changed. Is that's one of my main goals for next year is to allow her to be on set and watch me perform and let her see what really takes place, because she's never really been to a big set yet with me. So
Does your daughter?
it's because I'm not big enough yet. That's why. I mean, maybe the lead, I'll have her come down for the lead for sure. But
Does your daughter have interest in what you do?
um, she no, not really. She likes football. She plays football. She's not gonna play next year. She found basketball, which is good.
Cool.
Um, she loves dance. She loves hip hop music. She's really funny and sassy. I mean, could she do? She loves horseback riding, which is great. She spent time at Three Oaks Farm this summer with Tommy Crum and her kids, and like they just got to be kids, man, and like it was an amazing opportunity for her. I don't know. You'd have to ask her. I mean, I can call and ask her. Let's see. Let's see if she likes. Let's see what she says. As we're dialing her up, just tell me. Give me your next question. Let's dial her
Okay.
up. Hold on. I'm going to tell her she's live here.
Okay.
What about you, man? What kind of things? Hold on. She's probably going to answer.
Well, before she answers, I heard you have a lot of college degrees.
Good. Hold on, Ida. You're on live, but I'm going to put you on hold so Jalen can talk. Just wait a second. Go ahead.
Wait, who?
Just hold on. Go ahead, Jay.
Like, wait, but I heard you have a lot of college degrees. Tell us about how they helped you with what you're doing right now.
Okay, I will help you in 1 second on that question. Ida.
Yeah.
Okay, you're live. Okay, so somebody literally asked me if you had any interest in your life, what I do, would you want to do it? And I don't know how to answer that. So you're live right now. Just would you ever want to do stunts or be an actress? Yes or no?
Probably not an actress, but maybe stunts.
I knew it. I knew it'd be stunts. All right, I answered the question right. All right, I'll call you back.
Okay,
Bye.
sorry.
All right, so I knew it would be stunts because she
Yeah.
loves that physical aspect. All right, college degree. Let's talk about college. I do have college degrees. If you ask me to go back to college, what I know now, my answer would be no. I would go and get a trade or go and join the circus and learn everything I need to learn for stunts and films. I mean, college is good for certain things. My degree's in psychology, but I truly believe that there's other ways to get to a platform without going to college. And that's nothing against people. I'm not telling people don't go to school or drop out of school or, JP Edwards said, man, school's stupid. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there are many ways that you can become successful, and some people just aren't meant for college. But what I know now, if I would go back and had an option at this level, like there's a chance where I could have joined the military. I could have went to college. And if somebody would have said, "Do you want to join the circus?" I would have said, "Yeah, man. I want to." You know why? Because you get to do all the things that I do now. Like, right, the skill set. Think about the skill set, man. Playing with lions and tigers, riding bikes, jumping off planks, being lit on fire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the
Driving
good stuff,
bicycle
man.
through fire.
Right.
Walking through fire.
Right. And I know it sounds foolish. Right. I mean, option two, too, I probably would have joined the military. Like, if I would go back in time to something that I wouldn't say regret, because I try not to regret a lot of things, but I feel like that would have been really, really beneficial to me, is being in the military. But I didn't join because at that time they didn't have corrective eye vision. I wear contacts. And I said, you know what? If I don't get to do what I want to do there, and the option wasn't, man, I was so stubborn back then. The option wasn't, well, just go and find out. Like, I want to go to play basketball. So I went to play basketball in college for a couple of years.
Cool. So did college help you with what you're doing right now?
You know what helped me do what I'm doing right now is life and learning life experiences. Obviously, I have a psychology degree. I understand the study of human behavior. Um, but even with then, man, like there's no way to help you get to where you want to be in film. Um, man, it's a lot of luck. It's a lot of timing. It's a lot of endless rejections. Like nobody, how do you prepare somebody for being rejected every day? You know what I mean? Or being that 1 in 1 million shot that you may never get. There's nothing that can prepare you for that. But from the study of human behavior, it's just being comfortable and making sure when you get that opportunity to seal the deal, and believe in yourself and knowing that it's not going to come easy. Nothing comes easy because if it did, we all have everything we want.
We'd be millionaires, trillionaires.
Right. And so, but what's the definition of millionaire? Is money make you a millionaire? Is happiness? Is it your faith? Is it being able to pay your bills and do what you love to do? Because if you came to me and said, Jay, you know what, man, I'm going to pay you $250,000 to $400,000 a year, and you're going to get to do acting all day long. You're never going to get $1 million contract, but you're always going to make $250,000 to X amount of dollars a year, and you're going to be able to live. You're going to be able to pay bills. You're going to be able to travel. You're going to be able to feed people. You're going to be able to inspire people. I would say sign me up right now, hands down. So you know what I mean? What is the definition of that, right? Like money's a millionaire, right? But some of the most people I know that have a lot of money, I don't even want to get into that. But
I mean, if you're a millionaire and you're still stressing out about everything regarding money and stuff, I wouldn't technically call yourself a millionaire. If you're a millionaire and spend all your money on a yacht, I still wouldn't technically call you a millionaire.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't also call you smart for doing that, but I mean, hey, if you get a yacht, you get a yacht.
Usually, Jay, if you can afford a yacht, you can afford 20 of them. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. But I mean, some people's motivation is that, and there's nothing wrong with being motivated to make money, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Ideally, we all want to make money, right? We all want to be comfortable. We all want to have money. We ought to. At the end of the day, though, like I of course I want to chase that $1 million contract. You know, like who doesn't want to sign $1 million contract, right? Who doesn't want to sign a Schedule F SAG agreement? I think that's a reoccurring 13 episodes on a TV series. That makes you an instant millionaire. I mean, who doesn't want to say that they've achieved that, right? But I mean, that can't be your ultimate drive. I mean, maybe it should be sometimes, maybe, you know, but I just don't want money to be my motivator. I want the art to be my motivator. And if it opens the doors for me to become a millionaire, then I'll take it. You know what I mean?
Speaking of millionaire and money and stuff, if you had $1 trillion to just spend on a house, you could, like, there could be extra money there or whatever that you don't use. What would you have in it?
In a house, if I had $1 trillion?
Yes.
First of all, I would not want a big house. I've already talked about this. It's funny. I just had this conversation with my mom and with some other people. I just want to live comfortably, man. Like I don't like, you know, Keanu Reeves is a really good role model for that. Like I don't need fancy clothes. You know, I got some suits, I got some nice stuff. But dude, like who you see right here is who I am. I'm a hoodie guy. I'm a jeans guy. I'm a backwards hat guy. I do have nice suits. Doesn't mean I can't get dressed up. But I mean, if you see me on some of the red carpet things I've gone to, like literally, man, sometimes I'm literally in a hoodie, man. Like, and I just think it's because that's who I am, man. Like, I don't ever want people to think I'm somebody that I'm not. But okay, let's go back to your question. I'll give you a couple answers. I want a gym. I would want a sauna. I would want a nice kitchen because a lot of awesome things come around food.
Yes, I would also agree with
I want
that.
a basketball court. I would want a training facility to do stunts with, and a pool, obviously, a basketball court, and whatever else, anyone else. That's it. That's all I would need.
You know, all I would have in my house if I had $1 trillion is a pool, no gold railings, even though I mean I could if I had $1 trillion, but no gold railings, no vault full of diamonds or something like that, because that also make me a target for a lot of robberies because all my money's at my house in a vault with a pool of diamonds. But yeah, probably the most expensive thing in my house would be a golden piano.
Nice. Can you play piano?
Yes,
Can you sing?
I'm getting lessons, but yeah, I can sing.
See, I wish I could do that. That's something that like I never learned. Like that's amazing.
Do you want to learn how to sing?
I can't learn how to sing. I don't think I would love to, but yes. But I mean, I have so much on my plate right now. Ideally, if I told myself if I could get an opportunity where I had to, like Bradley Cooper, right? And we think of what Bradley Cooper did in Shallow with not is it Shallow? What is that movie? Oh my, with Lady Gaga. It's Shallow, right? No, that's the song. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. But Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga movie. I'm gonna ask so I don't look foolish. Google, talk to me real quick. Let me ask you so I tell you the name. I think it is Shallow. Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga movie. A Star is Born.
Is a 2018 movie directed by Bradley Cooper, starring
A
Bradley
Star
Cooper,
is Gone.
Lady Gaga, and
All right.
Sam Elliott.
Sometimes, man, my brain is so tired. It's just like it's. You ever get to that point, man, where it just doesn't work, and like it's firing this way, but it's like and it misses. It just won't work.
That happens when I am practically almost sleep, 1 second from sleep, but then for some reason I wake up and nothing makes sense.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
like, Jalen, can you take out the trash for a minute? I'll be like, and I'll think, Jalen, can you take out the cereal in a bag with some apples? That's
Oh,
then I'd be like, what? And then I'd actually hear it after she says it the second time, and I'll be like, oh, okay.
right. Nice, nice. Absolutely. Any other good questions that you have that you might not ask? I mean, they've all been great questions, but we're coming up on time here.
Yeah, I know you have your auditions to do, but these last questions I have
Okay,
to ask.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Right from off. We got 8 minutes. I'll go the full hour for you.
Okay. Wow. Thank you. Okay. First ones. How did it feel to act for the first time?
Well, it felt awkward.
Okay.
Awkward.
Okay. How did it feel when it was over?
I'm trying to think, man. I can't even think what's first. It felt good. If it was like each one performance builds more confidence in yourself. The more you do something, the more confident you get. Dialogue used to kind of freak me out. I love dialogue. Dialogue gives me the true opportunity to find my character's music and rhythm.
Nice. And how was your life growing up, and what was your first dream thing that you wanted to do?
Okay, life for me was I was from a broken home, single parent mother. I just started building a relationship with my father. I've been very open about my life. Let's see here. I always wanted to be an NBA basketball player. That was my big first dream. I love playing football. I love sports, man. I love being outside. That would be my answer, final answer.
Okay. What was your favorite subject?
Not going to school. No. Favorite subject. It's funny. I used to have my coach. If he's watching, my coach, I'd had him for when I became a senior, like lots of classes. Favorite subject in school would have been. Oh, I don't even know, man. Favorite subject would be gym class, man. Gym class.
My favorite subject would be math, and if
Math.
cooking is a class, if it is, I don't know. Cooking.
They don't have home ec anymore. Do they have that? We had to take.
I don't know. I'm homeschooled. I never had a home economics beside while being in my actual home cooking.
So that counts as home economics. Nice.
Yeah. Yep, always home economics, taking out the trash, cooking, feeding pets.
How many pets do you have?
2 lizards.
Hey, what are their names?
JJ and Skinky.
What does JJ sound like when he talks? Go ahead, I'm going to make you think about this. Give me a voice for JJ and give me a voice for Stinky.
Skinky. Okay, I'll have to wait for that one. But JJ, I don't know how I could say this, but JJ is calm, very calm, like very calm. Razor sharp claws, though.
So what do you think he would say? Like, give me something he would say to you, and I'll come up with a voice.
She.
What's he
She.
say? She.
She.
What would she say? What would she say to you?
She would say worms.
So what if she was like, "Oh, good day, JJ. Would you please feed me some worms?" Could that work?
Possibly. Possibly.
What would you change about that?
I don't know. Possibly. That's actually a possibility. With Skinky, well, Skinky would think my finger's a worm after a while.
So
So,
he's like angry, aggressive.
not angry, aggressive. More like doesn't know what a finger is and what a worm is.
So he's kind of his brain cells don't fire. So he could be just a happy-go-lucky guy that just wants to eat all day.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so glad my skink doesn't have teeth because it has a very, very hard grip.
And how big are these things?
Very.
Like
Like
big? Dude, that's not a lizard. That's like a cat, bro.
I know. Like it's this big probably with including the tail. I mean, without the tail it'll probably be like this big. It's a pretty long thing, Skinky, but JJ is more like this, but has a very long tail.
What made you get lizards for pets?
I wanted a dog, but then when my mom watched Dog's Purpose, she was like, I'm going to get you a pet. Still not going to be a dog, but I'm going to get you a pet. And it happened to be a lizard. I wanted a snake, which actually is what my second pet looks like. It's a skink. It looks like a snake, but it has legs and stuff like that. I wanted a snake, but my mom said no. She said goldfish, and I said no. So we decided to pick on a bearded dragon, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool lizard.
Nice. Well, that's a good story. That's fun. At least you compromised with that.
Yeah.
Pretty low maintenance. Still fun to have.
Yeah, pretty fun. She keeps trying to get on my hair because that's the most comfortable place to her, but her claws would pull out my hair, so I'm not that fond of that. But yeah, it's pretty fun. But before we get off, because I know you have to do your auditions and all that jazz, where can we find you?
You can find me at Jason Paul _ LLC on Instagram. I don't even know what my Facebook is anymore. I think it's just Jason Paul, JP Edwards. I don't even know. Let me look it up for you.
I'm putting it in the chat. Yes.
Yeah, you can do that. And then you can look up www.jasonpaulllc.com. I believe that's my website. Don't quote me on that one. I'll tell you right now.
Yes.
I believe that's it. Jason Paul. Yeah, it's jasonpaulllc.com.
Nice. And before we go, I want to put another one of your casual stunts. You know, the usual stuff. You know, the stuff that you do for a normal day-to-day basis. I mean, who doesn't get themselves lit? Oh, no, I can't. I don't know if that's copyrighted or not.
No, it's not. It's not. It's my music. I own the rights to that.
Wow. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
A lot of my stuff, minus that one, Dancing with Myself, I own the rights to all that. I can't wait to do it again, man. I can't wait to do it again.
Wow, you know, that's just a casual day, you know, getting a casual tan and stuff like that. Yeah, going for the crispy bacon style, as they see. Yeah. Was that the first time you got lit on fire?
Second time.
How was the first time?
It was a building thing, you know. We had to do protocol, make sure, you know, like just make sure everything was firing right.
So that was like a test, basically.
Yeah, that was it. I can't wait to do though. Like, I literally want to either get lit on fire, jump off a building into water, or get lit on fire and then get hit by a car. Like, that's the ultimate stunt for me.
Nice.
Or get lit on fire and like get pulled on a rig. So like, if an explosion happened, boom, fire, and then get and then go.
What about all of the above? Get lit on fire, then a car crashes into you, blows up, you get lit on fire, falls off a building into water, and then gets punched by Michael Myers into a wall and goes through it.
That could work. I would do it. I would try it.
Yeah, that's a series of unfortunate events, and if that was real life, but you know how it is.
I could get all the way up to the part after getting the water. I think it works all the way to the water part. We could try that out. Hit that car blows up.
That'd be
Car
pretty
blows
cool.
up. I think it'd work, dude. I mean, ideally, that's the ultimate goal, man, is to continue to build. I got some really cool people in my corner. My media artist group. Who else? Christopher Newton, Miss Licom. Like, I have a really solid team around me going into this new year. And Anthony Esposito, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, all my agents and my talent managers, like, I mean, we're expecting a big year, so I'm really excited. Obviously, I've worked tirelessly nonstop to get to this moment, and now it's about just taking that next big step, man. So I'm excited for 2022. And listen, I still got 2 weeks left, man. Who knows what I'm still trying to book things, and I know it's slowing down, but and when I'm not booking, dude, I'm always training, man. Like, literally, when I'm done with this audition, I'm gonna go do some cardio, and I got
Nice.
some new fit goals that I want to do. So
Nice. Well, since it's been a little bit, can you tell us your information one more time, and I'll let you do your great audition.
it's www.jasonpaulllc.com. Instagram is jasonpaul_LLC. Facebook is, I'm looking up right now. Facebook is, I have no idea.
Jason Paul, https www.jason.paul.508.
You're hired, bro. You're hired. Thanks.
Yes. But yes, we do pray you have an awesome 2022, Mr. Jason Paul Edwards. And thank you for joining.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hey, thank you, buddy. It's always fun talking to you. Best wishes to you, too. You guys have my number, so I imagine we'll chat more going into the new year. But thank you so much.
Yes. And that was really funny when you invited your daughter on. She was like, who?
Who?
What do you mean I'm live? What? But thank you, and yes.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, Drew.
And hello, audience members in the audience. And well, before I get off, yes, that was a lot. Yes, it was. Oh, yes. It actually wasn't. It's just an usual day. The usual day in Atlanta. Just set on fire by a car, then off a building into water, then getting punched by Michael Myers. The usual. Yeah. But what's poppin'? I just won an award. I also was working the camera for the media team at the church, which was really fun. It was for a Christmas special, which was really fun the first time. So if I didn't do it correctly, but I did do it nice, and that was really fun. I also won the Rice Award, Youth Achiever of the Year, which is really nice. It's up there somewhere, set up there somewhere. It's up there where it's not near me. Don't know why I didn't do that. But yes, thank you guys for voting for me. Thank you guys. And I'm just glad that I won. Also, just thank you guys. And also subscribe, and hit the bell. Tell all your friends about me. And we're at 380. We're at 380. Yeah, we're almost at 400, so we only need 20 more. So thank you guys. Thank you. Also, if you guys do want to support me, you could do $JALEN says, which helps me get more stuff that I could use for my interviews and stuff like that. So thank you guys. Thank you. And I'm going to be probably doing some more live shows outside of my office, my nice office with my nice chair. Yeah. But JALEN Says TV also now live for whatever you do, content creation, whatever you do. We'll have a JALEN Says TV marker down on it, and it's really affordable, and it's basically on everywhere. It's on Roku TV, Amazon TV, Fire Stick. It's on iOS, Android, Samsung. It's basically everywhere, and it won't have a JALEN Says TV marker on it. It'll be your show, your thing. So thank you guys. And thank you guys. And also, if you do want to reach out to me, you guys go to Jalen Aliyu at Facebook, JALEN ALIYU. And also for more, business type stuff, yes, I do. I do have a business Gmail. Yeah, that's right. And I am pulling it up right now, my professional business Gmail. But for anything that you guys want to reach out to me for, you could just send it to jalensaysmedia@gmail.com, which I am putting in the chat in a couple of seconds. But thank you guys. Thank you guys a lot. Thank you for all your support. Thank you just for everything. And I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys just for helping me. But yes, this is how you can contact me at jalensaysmedia.com for whatever business stuff that you want to do. So that's the way you could contact me. So guys, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And guys, subscribe and stay tuned.